Whenever lemons are in season, when they're both inexpensive and fresh, I usually buy a larger amount to use gradually over time. But if left like that, after just a few days, the lemons will start to shrivel, dry out, and may even quickly become moldy and spoil. After trying many different methods, I only kept the 4 simplest and easiest ones. They don't take much time, but they help keep lemons fresh for much longer. In today's video, I'll guide you through each step in a very simple and easy to understand way so you can apply it right at home. A longtime lemon farmer shared some very useful tips with me. Let's get started. Method 1. When I buy lemons, I choose ones that are still fresh, with smooth, shiny skin and no bruises. Before storing them, I wash them thoroughly and then let them dry completely like this. Then, I use a grater to remove the yellow outer peel of the lemon. I avoid the white pith underneath because it can create a slightly bitter taste. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. After that, I place the grated lemon zest into a zip-top bag. Since the zest is very thin, it won't clump together when frozen. I press out as much air as possible before putting it into the freezer. Ever since I started using this method, I've hardly wasted any lemon zest. Whenever I need some, I simply open the bag, take out a small amount, and use it right away. It's very quick and convenient. I often use lemon zest for salads, baking, making sauces, or simply adding it to tea and drinks. Just a small amount is enough to make the flavor much more fragrant and refreshing. This lemon zest can be stored well for about 4 to 6 months without going bad. Method 2. After using all the zest from the remaining lemons, I usually move on to the second method because it's even more convenient. I use a few extra lemons for this tip so I can prepare a batch to use gradually over time. I separate the lemon peel to use later. For the lemons that were already zested earlier, I do the same thing, removing the white pith like this. After that, I slice the lemons and remove all the seeds to avoid bitterness. I continue doing this until all the lemons are fully prepared. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Then, I place all the sliced lemons into a blender. After blending for a while, I get a smooth mixture like this. It looks very convenient to use later on. I pour the blended lemon mixture into an ice cube tray. Each compartment only needs a small amount, which makes it very convenient to use later. Next, I place the tray in the freezer and wait about 1 to 2 hours for the lemon mixture to freeze into small cubes. After that, I take the tray out. The frozen lemon cubes have a beautiful bright yellow color and look incredibly fresh. I put them all into a zip-top bag. This method keeps them neatly stored and makes it easy to take out small portions whenever needed. You only need to grab 1 cube and use it right away. I usually use them for making lemonade or sauces. If stored properly, they can last for about 3 to 6 months. Pre-portioning them like this helps me control how much I use and prevents waste. Freezing also helps preserve the lemon flavor quite well. I use this method very often. But if you want an even stronger lemon flavor, I'll share another method as well. Method 3. For this tip, I reuse the lemon peels that were prepared earlier. I cut the lemon peels into thin strips like this. They don't have to be perfect. Then I place them into the air fryer. Spread them out evenly so the peels can dry better. Set the temperature to around 90 to 100 degrees Celsius. Dry them for about 10 to 15 minutes. Halfway through the drying time, I open the air fryer to check them. Gently stir them around so they dry evenly and don't burn. Then continue drying for the remaining time. When the peels are completely dry, light, and crispy like this, I take them out and let them cool. At this point, the lemon aroma becomes very strong and refreshing. Once the peels are fully dried, I put them into a blender and blend until I get a fine powder. After that, I place the lemon powder into a bowl. Add a little ground black pepper and a pinch of salt. If you like, you can also add garlic powder or onion powder. Mix everything together thoroughly. I store this mixture in a clean, dry glass jar and seal it tightly for later use. And just like that, you have an incredibly fragrant lemon seasoning. Ever since I started using this method, cooking has become much easier for me. With just one small jar and very little effort, it can last for about 3 to 6 months. It helps reduce waste and adds a fresh, pleasant flavor to many dishes. Method 4. If you want to keep lemons fresh longer without taking up too much freezer space, then this final method is definitely worth trying. I use newspaper or dry paper towels to wrap each lemon individually like this. I wrap each lemon separately so they don't come into direct contact with one another. Newspaper absorbs moisture well, which helps prevent mold. Wrapping them individually also means that if one lemon goes bad, it won't affect the others. After wrapping them, I place the lemons into a zip-top bag. I arrange them carefully without overpacking so they won't get bruised. Then, I use a straw, place it into the opening of the bag, and suck out as much air as possible before sealing the bag tightly. And that's it. Now I just place the bag of lemons into the refrigerator's vegetable drawer. This compartment has a stable temperature, making it ideal for keeping lemons fresh longer. Ever since I started using this method, the lemons in my fridge rarely become shriveled. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. When cut open, the lemons are still juicy and the peel remains fragrant, just like when they were freshly bought. I can keep lemons this way for about 4 to 5 weeks without them going bad. With just these 4 simple methods, whenever lemons are in season, I only need to prepare them once and can use them for a long time. Very convenient and helping to reduce waste significantly. Which method do you think suits you best? Or do you have any useful tips that you use every day? Feel free to share them in the comments below. I'd really love to read your suggestions. Thank you for watching until the end of the video, and see you again in the next Kitchen Tips video.